As skeletons bear the brittle secret of our deepest selves, trees are stripped back to their bones, and birds become visible in bare branches, trembling like truths with nowhere left to hide. Corpses rise to remind us that what is buried isn't gone just because it's out of sight. Halloween arrives but once each year, and yet it is always Halloween, just beneath the surface. This date on the calendar is merely the spoke on the seasonal wheel when the world's facade fades so thin, it wears a hole through which can be seen its true nature. A truth the rest of the year keeps hidden in long days and lies of innocence. Some people wear masks on every day of the year except Halloween. The need to embrace our inner monster isn't a blemish on the surface of the body that blooms like a corpse flower atop a grave for a night, withered into dust by morning. It is the raw flesh of which we are made, exposed by a wound, the blood that doesn't always bleed but never stops flowing, briefly unbound from beneath its prison of skin. It is the fleeting glimpse of pale gleaming bones that give us the very frame we walk about in. Ugliness can be beautiful when it is honest. Walking along a dark corridor at night, reluctant to look over our shoulder in case we see a ghost, we betray our fear of the past and the unresolved issues that haunt us. We're not horrified by the irresistible allure of vampires. We're unsettled by the tenuousness of the restraint keeping our own destructive desires in check. Cowering at the thought of the werewolf unleashed by a full moon, we are fearful of losing control and hurting those we love, that we are prey to forces bigger than us. Skeletons don't really scare. We're simply anxious of our own mortality, of our deepest self laid bare, like words on white paper, ink black on bleached bones. And as for the restless undead, we're terrified of our own lack of living, that there's no gentle rest, even after our end has been inscribed in stone. Scattered leaves skitter across pavements like spiders scuttling between shadows, their curled, shriveled husks scraping against concrete as they sweep the street, rasping for release in soft, sinking wet. Wailing gales writhe with the ghoulish groans and mournful moans of the damned, forsaken dead, as though the night iron gates of the underworld have sprung open, holding back too many souls, condemned far beyond the extent of their sin. They strain against windows, press in upon walls, slither through cracks and howl through halls, more seeking hearth than fleeing hell. Some coil around the chimney, diving down in search of a way in, only to discover the fireplace firmly sealed by brick. They roar in impotent rage as they batter furiously against it, trapped in the chimney breast, then sigh into silence. Outside, the last leaf clings to its spindly twig, believing in no foundation deeper than this. The wind drops, and the leaf lets go, suddenly aware that there is no reason to resist.